Hi, I'm here today with Girls Globe blogger Marcia Banasko from the UK, currently residing in Geneva, Switzerland. Please tell us a bit more about who you are and what you do, Marcia.
Hi, yeah. As Julie said, my name is Marcia. I'm from the UK. I've been living in Geneva now for the last 3 years, working for a women's rights-based NGO. And my daily job, I'm a communications and advocacy officer. So a lot of my work is around raising awareness around the different issues, and I'm mainly focused on human rights.
Thank you. And so why are you an advocate for women's and girls' rights? And what challenges do you see in your work?
I'm an advocate because I believe in equality and because of all the injustices in the world and what I've witnessed myself growing up. I've always wanted to work to ensure that people have access to different services and can actually fully enjoy their human rights. Particularly, I focus on women. I think it's a very personal thing because growing up, I witnessed a lot of domestic violence, and I've just seen how society treats men and women very differently, and I wanted to change that. And some of the challenges that I faced in my job is actually getting through to people that there is another way. The way that we live and the way that we treat each other is not necessarily the right way to be. And actually, when I'm working with young women, some of the challenges that they face can be very cultural, like what's culturally acceptable within their societies. And I think that if we really want to bring about change, we have to start with ourselves, and that change really comes from within. So I'm really passionate about being an advocate myself and also working with other young women advocates for change.
Hmm. Thank you, Marcia. And you're also specifically involved as an advocate for women and girls in crisis situations. And what challenges do you see there?
A lot of the challenges within conflict situations is actually access to different resources, access to services, and that if you look specifically at UN Resolution 1325, which is all around ensuring that women are part of peace building, that they're politically represented, that they're participating. A very basic example, for example, women being raped as a weapon of war, and then the emergency services who come in to actually document and speak to the women that happened are men and sometimes the same perpetrators, and they know each other in local communities. So how are women supposed to actually go and report what's happened when they don't feel comfortable with men, full stop? So with 1325, for example, it ensures that you actually have female officers who can speak to the women. And that's just a very basic example and something that seems really obvious, but still it's not happening. So we advocate for these sorts of things and to ensure that women are part of peace negotiations. If you look at, for example, the negotiations that have just happened between Palestine and Israel, if you look at the table, who's at the table negotiating, it's all men. There's no women. We're the women's voices. So these are the sort of things we advocate for to ensure that women and girls are represented.
Thank you so much, Marcia, and it's just amazing the work that you're doing as an advocate. Your voice is really needed. And why did you decide to join Girls Globe Network?
I decided to join because I actually met another blogger at the Women Deliver conference, and the work that Girls Globe are doing in terms of raising the voices and the issues and getting them out there in the public and raising awareness. That's exactly what I want to do, and that's why I joined, because I think it's a great network of bloggers, it's a great resource, and it really helps connect young women and girls all around the world. I mean, the variety and diversity of the blog is fantastic. And I think I'm really proud to be part of the team.
We're proud to have you, Marcia, and it's really great to just see how our global network is growing with so many amazing voices. So last question for you today. What action do you want to see taken for women and girls in your community and in the world?
In my community, it's kind of weird now because I was living in the UK, now I'm living in Switzerland. But in my community, if I could say Europe as a whole, is I would like to see our young women and girls empowered to feel valued, to be taught that they are equal to men, to raise their self-esteem and for them to have access to resources. And I'd love to see men and women who do the same job be paid the exact same, for women not to be treated as second-class citizens. And also in parallel to that, I think we need to change the way that we raise our men and boys as well. I think we need to look at masculinity as a whole, and that we can't achieve anything if we do not work together, because there's just one planet and we need to share it.
Thank you so much, Marcia, and I completely agree with you. And it's so great to have you as a part of our network, and I really believe that your voice is creating change and raising awareness, and I'm really happy that we can team up with you and just join the fight together. And thank you so much for joining the Hangout today.
Thank you, Julia.